Alright guys, so as promised, here's the full video of the completely English, totally unreleased Advanced PET2. So, as you can see right here on the bottom of the copyright info, it says Mattel 2005, and I have a Japanese one here for comparison. The bottom here only says Takara 2004, made in China, all that stuff. So, that's how I first noticed what exactly I had. So, yeah, this is the real deal. This is a English PT2. So first off, you'll notice that this emblem here is a bit more dull. It's flipped, and it doesn't look as vibrant as this one. And that's because it looks like they reused some of what they had for the English PT1. I have my really old beat-up one here, but you can kind of see how similar that looks, especially if I turn it sideways. So that's that. So I'll just do a brief overview of all the stuff that's been translated. I won't ramble too much, but just wanted to show everyone what's going on here. So I'll reset this so you can see. When it turns on, it says Mattel right there. Advanced PT. It doesn't say 2. Neither one of them say 2. Hi, I'm Mega Man. Set clock. You get to set the clock and all that. Time okay. So, and then when you turn this one on, Takara. So, still says Advanced PT. Neither one of them say 2. So, when I got these, I was on eBay. I was looking to buy one. I've never had one of these before. And I noticed a seller was selling, I don't remember if it was used or new, but they were selling Advanced PT2s. They sold them twice with a whole lot of chips. And I mean, they had everything. They had Navi chips. They had a few rare EXE4 chips. I think they had like Red Sun and Blue Moon. And I mean, they were selling it for like, one of the lots went for 50, one of the lots went for 90. And at that point, I'm like, okay, these guys don't know what they have. So I messaged them. I'm like, hey, do you have any more of these PT2s? I'm looking for one. Or do you know where I can find one? They messaged me back. They said, I seem to recall I have 2. Then they checked. They had one used, one new. So I said, can you sell me both? They're like, sure. How's $50? I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So I got both of these for $50. So nothing was out of the ordinary. I got these boxes. The new one came with all the chips, laying around my desk somewhere, but I got the Mega Man Navi chip, brand new link cable, the English, the Japanese instruction manual, little cardboard insert, everything was new. And then this one just came with a beat up box, retaped on the bottom, and just a little plastic. And another one of these, but I opened it. So, and that's all it came with. So, yeah, I really don't know where this came from. It's still a mystery. So, I'll just go through everything that's on here. That way, if anyone has a Japanese one, you can know what the heck it's saying. So, the first screen is the status. You can see the level, your experience points, the CP, how many chips you can use in a battle. Stage 1, I believe that's like an indicator of how many virus battles you've won. Recovery, versus, HP, AT, and then there's SP. So it's SP on this, and that means soul points, because when you get this to 100, you can do double soul with any of these Navi chips or the Mega Man Navi chip that it came with. Here's a new one, I haven't opened it yet. Or any other Navi chip you might have. On here, if you go to that screen, I haven't set the clock yet. It says UP, which I'm sure means unison points, because in Japan, it was soul unison and the double soul was its localization. So, to charge that up, there's this mini game that you can play called It's Just Training. And it's kind of stupid, but all you have to do is you sit there and you mash the buttons really fast. You see a picture of Land and Mega Man just flashing. You get a number, and if you get the bar all the way to the right, you win. And then you see cross fusion. So, I'm going to charge this up and then show you guys what double soul looks like in battle. Alright, I'm back. I've got the SP up to 100. So let's go fight us a virus. Now you can hear it jiggling a lot, and that's because I haven't taken this apart, but I'm fairly certain that it uses the same thing as the first PT1, or excuse me, the Advanced PT1 in America. I have taken this one apart, and it sounds the same. It's got a little marble there, and it rubs against a plate and does the virus encounters. And I mention that because this doesn't do that. It's much more quiet, but it still works. So I thought I should just point that out. So anyway, back to the virus battle. Battle start. So, when you start a battle, if your SP's at 100, Mega Man will say, let's double soul. Double soul screen will show up, and it'll tell you to put in a Navi chip. So I'll put in Number Man. And I put in Number Man for a reason. The reason is he's OP. So, see a little picture of Number Soul. Then you can download a chip. I'm not going to do that. So, whenever you're in Double Soul, including Cross Fusion, they still call it Double Soul. There's nothing that says Cross Fusion. If I were to put in the Mega Man chip, it would have just showed Land and Mega Man and then Cross Fusion, but it would be functionally the same. So, but in any Double Soul, the Buster turns the opposite color. And depending on what you put in, the attack will go up. Your element might change, like let's say if you're Thunderman, for instance, it'll be electric. Number Man hits the entire field. You cannot miss if you play as Number Man, no matter what. There's no way. So Number Man's kind of OP. So are a lot of these. So like Proto Man hits like Spreader, but his attack's very high. I think it's like 5. I don't remember. I could be wrong. But it's still hard to miss when you're doing any kind of Double Soul, really. So, so yeah, that's Double Soul on the English Double Soul PAT, which is what it was going to be called if you go on Mattel's website. So there's a win. Got results, level, XP. So my SP went down to 15, so it used a lot to do Double Soul, which is why every single time you want to do it again, you got to go back to training. Every time. So I'm not going to show that. That'll get really redundant. But so here's this Mega Buster mini game. You don't earn anything really. All it is this will go, and if you see a picture of any Navi, you have to hit it as fast as you can. But if you see roll, you can't hit it. I don't know if I'm going to see roll, but if you hit roll and you shoot roll, you lose. It's game over. And if you take too long, it's game over. And if you hit it while it's on that roulette screen, it's game over. Really sensitive. So you see there's roll. Couldn't hit her. And then it adds up your reaction time and then gives you a high score. But you don't get SP for this. You don't get any increased SP or any CP or anything. So that's it. That's all it does. You can link these two up in verses. It does work. Let's see what else. You can turn the sound off. And what's really cool is if I turn the sound off, if I can show, come on, it'll still beep when you see a virus, so you don't have to worry about looking at that light, but anything after that won't beep. So that says jack in. And then I should have showed this earlier on the Japanese one. It says plug in. So yeah, a lot of this was pretty well localized, I would say. It wasn't just translated, I think that's the virus name. I should actually do that. So So yeah, that's all I pretty much got. One thing I did want to point out is on the Japanese one, this drawer gets stuck a lot. Even though this is new and I haven't dropped it or anything, haven't taken it apart, you can see this little gray, I don't really know what to call that, but whenever you push it up and down, it moves, and that gets stuck a lot. There's a little design change with the American one, or European, wherever this is from, English. It doesn't do that. They're both a bit tough to close, but this one is a lot easier. And there's nothing to get stuck or anything like that. As far as the buttons push down okay on both of them, but I find the English one to be a lot easier to press. It's a lot firmer to press, and this one wiggles around a lot. And this one really doesn't at all. I mean, it still wiggles, but not nearly as much. The D-pads are pretty much the same. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Let me know if I missed anything or if there's anything you want to see, and I'll be more than happy to shoot a video of it. Thanks for watching.